for your board and lodging in my house. Now you're asking for your old allowance?
How can I save anything, Father?
So you have nothing in the bank? What kind of gifts do you give your girlfriend?
Yes, I remember quite well. If you only knew what my mother used to say, when you used to give me mani or balot, kakuripot naman ay, she said.
Pero Petra, this son of ours is earning 800. He doesn't give us a centavo for house expenses. And on top of that, he's asking for his old allowance. Where's Nena?
Asleep in her room.
At this time, it's 11 o'clock.
Anyhow, it's Sunday.
Has she heard Mass?
I suppose she did it at 4.
And so Nena went to the party without a chaperone?
It was the first time.
First time. I hope nothing happened.
What could have happened? We discussed this already yesterday.
Yes, I know. But imagine, a dalagang Filipina going to a party without a chaperone?
After all, she didn't go out with Fred alone. She went with her friends, Lolita and Lundang.
Ah, those two girls. Since they arrived from abroad, they've been trying to teach her daughter all the wrong things that they learned from those places.
Wrong things? Ay! You exaggerate, Francisco. Oh, ikaw. Are you through with that? So soon? Bilis naman.
I finished it last night, Señora.
Last night?
Yes, Señora, but I forgot where I placed it.
Stupid na naman na itong taong to. Let me see it. Wanted, ang muchacho. Alright, hang it out. Neta naman! I said outside, not inside!
Ay, nakita kong isang babae. Di ko malimutan ang kanyang imahe.
Ay, Francisco. He had to be my namesake.
As I was saying, Francisco.
Were you talking to me, Petra, or the servant?
Francisco! What are you still doing there? Go back to the kitchen nga! Punyeta!
You were saying, Petra?
As I was saying, Francisco, I think you're being very unfair to Nena. She's all grown up.
Petra, my dear, virtue is ageless.
I know that, Francisco. But chaperone is rather old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned? Maybe. In some other civilized countries.
But isn't Philippines civilized?
In many ways, yes. But in some ways, it's uncivilized.
Ay, Francisco, if only Saturnino Balagtas, our great patriot, should hear you now.
Where did you get that idea that Balagtas's first name is Saturnino? You mean Francisco.
Hi, Saturnino, Francisco, they both end in O.
Yes, that's why when you call me Francisco, Francisco the muchacho rushes in.
Anyhow, our women can take care of themselves.
Are you sure?
Especially if they've received an education. For instance, our Nena is in her senior year in education at University of Santo Tomas. She's even taking some courses in home economics.
I suppose that makes her immune from any moral faults.
Moral falls, Francisco. Ay! Ka-exagerado naman to! No! What I mean is that Nena is better educated and more enlightened to take care of herself.
Miss Petra naman, you don't see the point. Education, even a university education, with all the letters of the alphabet, after a graduate's name. AB, BSE, LLB, PhD, and many more, not moral education. Training the mind is not training the heart.
But if the mind is trained, why the heart will be ruled by the mind?
No, Petra. If a person is intellectual, it doesn't ipso facto make him moral.
Ipso facto. That's very deep naman for me, Francisco.
Very deep. Very deep. Our daughter Nena will fall in deep water if we don't watch out.
Ay! You're so apprehensive, Francisco.
Did you call me, Señora?
Hey, you!
Yes, Señorito.
I'm married to the Señora. Therefore, you will call me Señor. Understand?
Opo, Señorito.
From now on, I'll change your name to Francis.
Oh,
Yes, Francis. Understand?
why not Paquito, Señor, or Paco, or Francisquito?
Because I don't want it. Get out!
Father, I couldn't get a taxi,
Your mother told you to get a jeepney.
but I'm visiting my girlfriend.
Visiting girls at this time of the day?
She called me up. She says I must see her right away. It's very important.
Robertine, you went to the party last night?
Yes, Father, with Leah.
You went to the party on CHAPERON?
Does Roberting need a chaperone?
I'm not talking about Robertine. I'm talking about the girl he took out.
Well, if you're going to lose your temper, I might as well be in the kitchen.
Petra?
Yes, Father.
Yes, what?
I took Leah to the party alone.
You young modern people, do you realize that in my time, when I was courting your mother, her father, her 3 sisters, even her younger brother and her grandmother, 5 first cousins, and 2 distant relatives, they sat at us in the sala.
But why so many, Father?
Because in those days, we were more careful about a woman's reputation.
In those days,
Don't tell me those days were different. Outward things change like the style of women's dresses and men's ties, but the human heart remains the same.
in other countries, Father,
There you go in other countries. The Philippines is different, my son. Our climate, our tradition, our innate psychology, all these make our people different from foreigners.
but my girlfriend has studied abroad. Columbia University pa. Filipino girls who studied in other countries acquire the outward customs and mannerism of people with traditions and temperament different from ours. But a Filipino girl can't easily change her temperament. It is inborn.
Somebody's at the door. Francis!
Who's Francis?
The servant. I gave him a new name. Paquito! Francisquito!
Yes, Señorito.
No. Berting is the señorito. I'm the señor. So he's knocking. Tell him to sit down.
What do you want?
What do I want? Haven't you got any manners, huh?
I said, whom do you want to meet?
Why don't you speak more clearly?
What shall I tell to the owner of the ark?
Who's the owner of the house?
The Señora, of course.
Why? Is she a widow?
Not yet.
Tell your senora I want to see her.
Who's Señora?
How many senoras do you have in this home?
The Señor Petra and Señorita Nena.
Gago! Call Senora Petra then.
Coming. Here are some cigars.
Yes?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I saw that sign at the window.
Yes?
It says, Wanted Muchacho.
Why, yes. Are you by any chance a detective?
You flatter me, senora. A girl told me that I am very good looking.
Really? That's very interesting.
Women sometimes tell the sweetest lies.
Do you mind if...
Of course I don't mind. Go ahead and ask any questions.
Do you mind if I ask what can you do?
I'm applying.
Applying for what?
I'm applying for a job.
What job?
That.
You mean...
Yes, I'm offering my services.
You mean you wish to be a muchacho?
I wish you wouldn't be so insulting, senora. But I want to be, they call in Europe, a mayordomo.
A what?
A mayordomo, you know?
Oh, you mean...
Yes, that's what I mean.
Well, for a second, I mistook you for a shendero or a movie actor.
That's right. I don't look like a muchacho. Mayordomo. My mother always used to say I would amount to something. Confidentially, my mother wanted me to marry one of the president's daughters.
President's daughters? You mean the President of the Philippines?
Yes, why not? Is there anything wrong in that?
And you wish to work here as mayordomo?
That's it.
What can you do?
I can watch the house when you're out. Accompany the children, if you've any, to the movies or to the parties.
What else?
I can do many other things. I can even sing.
Never mind your social accomplishments. What's your name?
I was baptized Marcelino, but my mother calls me Pablo because I remind her of her brother who spent 2 years in jail. But my friends, that is my intimate friends, call me Paul.
Okay, I'll pay you 80 pesos, including board and lodging.
I'll take the job.
Good! You can start by washing the dishes.
The dishes? But it's time for lunch. Haven't the dishes used for breakfast been washed yet?
No, because our servant Francisco always breaks the plates. So this morning, after breakfast, I told them not to wash it yet.
I wish I had come after the dishes have been washed.
Alright, ask Francisco for instructions, okay?
Oh, good morning. Have you been waiting long?
No, I just talked to the senora.
Ah, yes. Why don't you sit down?
I will.
Did you come on some business?
Business? Oh, business of a sort.
That's good.
That's a nice luggage coat you're wearing.
You like it?
I certainly am going to buy one exactly like that.
Thank you. Imitation, they say, is the subtlest form of flattery.
Of course, mine will be more expensive.
Undoubtedly. You must be a man of means.
Of means? Well, sort of. I wonder what's delaying Francisco.
Francisco? I am Francisco.
You are Francisco?
Yes.
Well, if you're Francisco, the senora told me to ask you for the instructions.
Instructions? What kind of instructions?
I suppose she meant the instructions for washing the dishes and all that sort of thing.
Dishes? All that sort of things? What do you mean?
Aren't you the servant?
Servant? I am the owner of this house.
Oh, the owner? Excuse me. I think this is the way in the kitchen.
Petra! Petra!
paper.
Oh, so you're awake. How's the party last night?
So. Mother, where's the movie page?
Probably your birthday is looking at it.
You're awake at last. Have you had breakfast?
Breakfast when it's nearly 12?
How was the party?
So.
Aba, where are the cigars, Petra?
Why? I put half a dozen there this morning.
Half a dozen? I've only smoked only one so far.
I wonder.
I'm wondering too.
Hi, I'm still sleepy.
Wait a minute, Nena. Sit down.
What is it, Father?
So you went to the party alone last night?
This Francisco naman. I told you she was out with Fred.
Anyhow, I hope this is the first and last time you go to a party and chaperone.
But there's nothing wrong, Father. After all, I'm an educated girl.
Yes, Francisco. She can take care of herself. Can't you see? She's educated.
So you're awake. How was the party last night?
So.
Why are you here?
I couldn't hire a taxi. No money.
Why didn't you take a jeepney?
Anyhow, I can see her in the afternoon. Incidentally, I met Fred's mother a while ago.
Fred's mother?
She was near Martinez taxi station.
What were you doing in the taxi station?
Trying to get a taxi on credit, I suppose.
Anyhow, Fred's mother.
What about her?
She said she was coming.
What for?
She didn't tell me.
Fred's mother? You mean the young fellow Nena went out with last night?
Yes, father.
Did you say why she was coming?
No, but she seemed sore at me. In fact, she seemed sore at you, father.
At me?
Tell your father, Kiko, I'm going to see him.
She called me Kiko?
Yes, father.
Didn't you say Don Kiko at least?
No, she simply said Kiko.
Aba!
Dinner is served.
Don't shout that loud.
Who is she, mother?
He's the new mayordomo.
Mayor what?
He's the new servant. Anyhow, let's eat.
Come on.
Hi. What do you mean, hi? My name is Pablo, and you called me Paul.
My name is Francisca. The senor calls me Francis, but I prefer Paquito. I once had another amo who used to call me Frankie.
What? What do you want?
The senor wants you in the dining room
What for?
to serve the dishes.
That's your job. I'm not a muchacho. I'm a mayordomo.
Didn't you answer the sign over the window? Wanted a muchacho.
Yet why?
Then, you're a muchacho, like me.
I want you to understand that I am not a muchacho.
Huh? You look like a common muchacho to me.
Don't let me catch you using that word again, na?
What are you still two doing here? Don't you know we're already eating?
Where's Doña Petra?
She's eating. Come in.
Mind your own business and call the Señora. So it's you, working here. How much are you earning?
Why?
After treating you so well at home as a muchacho, and you leave without even leaving me a farewell goodbye?
I'm not a muchacho. I am a mayordomo.
Mayordomo, mayor tonto. Check!
You may go, Paul.
Paul?
Good morning.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, you and Petra.
Won't you sit down?
I'd rather remain standing. Check!
This is your son, Fred, I imagine.
Yes, he is my son.
Ah, So this is your son.
Suppose you don't imagine. What's that to you?
I was just thinking, doesn't it look a little bit like you?
Certainly not. He's the spitting image of my third husband.
Do sit down.
Are you trying to insult me by implying that I have no chairs at home? Che!
What can we do for you?
Ask him.
What is it, Fred?
Ask her.
Speak up, my son.
Your son? Your son, eh? So you and your daughter Nena have designs on my son? Well, you can't hook him.
What are you talking about?
Call Nena. Nena! Nena! Roberting! Get Nena! 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 If you don't mind, I will sit down.
I will sit down too. I'm tired.
Nena, this lad wants to talk to you.
Tell her.
Tell her what? What is all the mystery about?
My son and your daughter.
They went to the party last night, didn't they?
Of course they went to the party. But how did they go?
Does your son has a car? Maybe they went in his car.
Yes, my son has a car and it's all paid for. But that isn't the point.
What's the point then?
That's what I came to find out.
What happened, Nena?
Happened?
Yes, last night.
What happened?
I'm asking you.
What happened, Nena?
Why nothing, Mother.
Nothing.
Nothing, Mother.
Nothing. Che, a girl going to a party and chaperone and nothing happened?
What really happened, Nena?
Nothing happened, and you know it.
Che, how dare you shout at me, bitch?
Don't you dare talk to my mother like that, Nena.
Bobo, stupido, standing there like a statue.
Statue? What statue?
The statue of Dumbbell. Dumbbell.
Gaga?
Hey, you! Don't start calling my sister names!
She started it! Your son took my daughter out to the party last night.
Why do you allow your daughter to go out alone?
Nena told me that there was nothing wrong with it.
Shut up, Fred.
But my intuition told
Shut
me that
up.
was wrong. Why, Mama?
Why do you allow your daughter to go out with my respectable son?
What's respectable about him?
People saw them come and go unchaperoned. Yes, unchaperoned. Imagine a girl going to a party alone?
She was with your son, wasn't she?
Unfortunately,
Then if my daughter was with your son, what danger was there?
people are talking about last night.
But what happened?
What happened, Fred dear?
Nothing. Nothing, Mama.
Try to think. Something must have happened.
Nothing. Nothing.
Torpe.
Aruy.
You, son of my third husband. Why didn't you tell me nothing happened?
I've been telling you since this morning, but you wouldn't listen.
You mean to tell me you came here and raised all these rumpus when absolutely nothing happened?
Well, I wouldn't be sure if nothing absolutely happened. In fact, I have to be careful. Yes, very careful about my son's upbringing.
Your son? Your son is very stupid.
What?
My son? Stupid?
And definitely,
As stupid as you are.
As me?
as positively, it's your fault.
What do you mean, my fault, Dumbbell?
I'd slap you in the face if I weren't a gentleman.
I'll slap you even if mother says I'm no gentleman at times.
No.
Don't you dare talk to my son like that.
You can take that human jellyfish coming here to say what might have happened.
You should advise your daughter to stop going to parties unchaperoned. People gossip and include my son.
Mind your own business. Tell your son to stop looking dumb.
Che, I never saw such people.
Get out of here before I call the police.
The police, Mama. The police.
We're going. Che!
Paul? Paul!
Who's Paul, Petra?
Yes, Don Francisco?
Paul, kindly escort these people to the door.
Roughly, Paul, roughly.
Mga solutero, I suppose you entice my muchacho to come here.
Hoy, I'm not a muchacho. I'm a mayordomo. Furthermore, Doña Petra gives me 80 pesos monthly. While you used to give me only 50 pesos.
80 a month? Where will they get that much?
Doña Dolores, Dolores de Cabeza.
80 a month? Che! Che!
Mama!
Che!
Can you imagine? The insolence! Che!
That's what Nena got for going out unchaperoned. That's what I was already telling you, Petra.
How could I know this Dolores would make all that awful fuss?
Do you want me to break Fred's neck?
You shouldn't have done that when he was here. Your muscle reflexes are hardly working, my son.
Che!
Don't cry, Nena. It's over.
Making all that fuss for nothing? The truth is, I quarreled with Fred during the party last night and left him.
Left him? Where did you go?
I came home with Lundang and Lolita. Fred's mother have been trying to interest me in her son, and that's
Ay,
why...
iha, miha. Go in now and let this be a lesson to you.
Che!
Finish eating, Roberting.
Incidentally, Robertine, I hope nothing happened with you last night.
Last night?
You went out with Leah, didn't you?
Yes. But nothing happened, I think.
You think?
I escorted them out already, Señora. What do I do now?
You may wash some dishes.
Huh?
Huy! Where did you get that cigar?
Huh? Why? Somebody gave it to me.
Who?
Francis Señor.
So, Mayordomo smokes owner cigar, therefore, owner kicks Mayordomo out.
Hey, you! Mayordomo! May yabang!
Get back to the kitchen, Francis.
Am I still the servant here, Señora?
Yes, I suppose we'll have to bear with you for a while.
I won't put any more that wanted a muchacha.
No! Make another one. And put wanted, a chaperon.
Wanted? A chaperon?
Yes, for our daughter.
Que vergüenza. I, her mother, will chaperon Nena. Roberting! Roberting!
What is it, mother?
Is that your girlfriend, Leah?
Why, yes.
And who's that old man along with her?
That's her father.
And he's carrying something.
Yes, he's carrying a gun.
Tell me, Mom. Oh! Ay, Petra. We need two chaperons. Che,